Welcome to my channel, everyone. My name's Nicole Turner with Nicole Turner Yoga, and I am a yoga and breathwork and meditation teacher and sound healing facilitator that's super passionate about sharing all types of wellness modalities to help people enhance their lives. So today we're going to be doing a guided meditation, and it's going to be all about the 5 senses. So sensory activation and withdrawal to then help us go deeper into maybe a passive form of meditation. So the 5 senses and sensory withdrawal is the 5th limb of yoga called Pratyahara, and we use this as a preparatory kind of experience to then go into dharana, which is again an active form of meditation, the 6th limb of yoga, where we're concentrating just on one thing. And then we can kind of ease into the 7th limb of yoga, dhyana, or this more passive form of meditation where maybe there's no senses engaged and there's complete silence and stillness. So if you're unfamiliar with all these terms, that's okay. I'll be talking a lot more about all of this in various videos that I put out on my channel. All you need to do to get started is find a comfortable seated position, ideally practicing sitting up, because often when we lay down, we tend to kind of drift in and out of sleep. So sitting up is really the solution that solves that issue in meditation. Finding something to sit on really helps. I love a yoga block on the first height, crossing my legs like so, but you can sit however you'd like. The most important thing in meditation is just to find something comfortable. Maybe it's sitting against a wall for you, on a cushion or a couple folded blankets, or maybe it's sitting in a chair. Once you find your comfortable seated position, you're going to start to close down the eyes and become aware of the breath. Taking nice, long, deep inhales, rising from the pelvis, belly, chest, all the way up to the crown of the head. Pause there. And then open mouth release. Deflating the whole body as you let the air go. And you can just do that now for a couple moments here while we settle in. Just starting to let the senses kind of calm down, letting our nervous system slow down, and really letting the mind feel more at ease. And we can do this with a focus on the breath. So nice big breaths in, nice big breaths out. If the body's feeling uneasy, it's hard to sit still, you might need to pause this video and do a little bit of movement and stretching before. I love going for a walk, doing a little bit of weights, and stretching before I sit down for meditation. It makes it a lot easier. This is why the yoga poses were also created to help us prep for meditation. So anytime you do yoga or a yoga class, know that you are prepping yourself for meditation, and it's a beautiful time after Shavasana to then try to meditate. We're going to take one more big breath in here, fill up, sit up nice and tall, tilting the pelvis forward, pulling the chin in. Feel the spine lengthening as the crown of the head reaches up towards the sky. And open mouth release. Beautiful. We're going to start with our sense of eyesight. Bringing your attention to anything you can see behind the eyelids. Maybe it's shapes or colors. And for the next 3 rounds of breath, you're just going to notice what you can see with your eyes closed. And on your final breath, you can just release anything you've been focusing on and let your sense of eyesight just kind of fade away. There's nothing we need to look at. There's nothing we need to see. Going maybe a little bit more within now, as we put aside the external world and remove the distraction of sight. Next, we'll move on to our sense of smell. You might not smell anything in this moment, in this experience. That's okay. Maybe just bringing your awareness to the tip of the nose. Maybe thinking about your favorite smell, whether it's something in nature or maybe a scent that you like. And for the next 3 rounds of breath, we're just going to keep our awareness on this scent at the tip of our nose. And after your final exhale, you can let that scent fade away. As we engage our senses, this is the first step to releasing them or letting them take a break. Anything that we want to let go of, we first become aware of, and we just allow it to be. Then it naturally starts to fade on its own with practice. Next, we'll become aware of our mouth. Anything you can taste on the tongue. If you have no taste, that's okay. We're just bringing our awareness to the mouth. You can unhinge the jaw, separate the teeth, relax the tongue. You might even take your pointer fingers and massage your jaw here to help it relax. Especially if you grind your teeth or you clench your teeth. This is a great little practice, massaging the jaw, loosening up through the mouth. And for the next 3 rounds of breath, we're just gonna continue to soften the mouth and the tongue. Your final breath, you can let the awareness of your mouth, any taste that you were thinking of or actually had, just slowly dissipate. Next, we'll bring our awareness to our sense of touch or feeling. Thinking about anything you can feel on the outside of the skin. Maybe the clothes touching the skin. Maybe air touching certain parts of your skin. Maybe the body touching the floor or whatever you're sitting on. And then start to go a little bit deeper underneath the skin. Can you notice any sensations, movement, maybe temperature? And for the next 3 rounds of breath, we'll just notice anything we can feel inside the body or outside the body. final breath, you can just let all sensation slowly soften and let go. Finally, we'll bring our awareness to our sense of sound. And I purposely did this one last because you've been listening to me this whole experience. So we'll have a little bit of silence here, a little bit more than we've had already. So you can really tap into the difference between sound and silence. Maybe starting to get more comfortable with silence. And as we do that, we can start to move from a more active meditation, where one or more of the five senses is actively engaged, to a more passive style of meditation, where 0 senses are engaged. Again, the passive styles are more challenging, so if you're a beginner, please start with the active styles and work your way up to more passive styles. I suggest always adding a minute of silence after an active style of meditation, and then you can increase the time as it gets easier. So just bringing your awareness to your ears. Noticing anything you can hear in your space, maybe noticing the sound of my voice or the music playing. And then you might start to notice sounds off in the distance. Can you hear anything outside of your space? And for the next 3 rounds of breath, we'll just notice anything we can hear in this moment. When you're done, you can just let all sounds slowly fade away. I'm going to sit here for about a minute in silence now. Just noticing anything that comes up or any of the senses activated. Do they feel like they're disengaging? Again, with more practice, the easier it will be to disengage them and feel quite content with nothing engaged and silence. You can keep breathing and keep your focus on the breath here if the mind is busy. When you're ready, we'll slowly start to bring awareness back to the body. Maybe starting to take some movement with the toes, the fingers. You can take the arms up overhead, getting a nice little stretch. Maybe some movement side to side feels good. Maybe a big open mouth exhale or sigh. And then we'll keep our eyes closed, just bringing our hands to our heart space. Noticing its pace, its rhythm. starting to understand that all of these practices, philosophy, yoga, breath work, meditation, chanting, mantra, energy work, it's all bringing us back to the heart space, taking us out of the thinking mind, helping us to physically feel better so we can tap back into the heart mind, feeling that connection and love for ourselves, for others, our planet, and beyond. We'll set an intention here for your day or evening ahead, something you want more of, something you want to embody. We'll just seal that with a big open mouth exhale. Take a breath in. Open mouth release. Beautiful. When you're ready, you can gently open the eyes. I want to thank you for joining me today for this 5 senses meditation. Again, my name's Nicole Turner with Nicole Turner Yoga. I'm a yoga, breathwork, and meditation teacher and sound healing facilitator. And I would love for you to join me online or in person. You can find out about all the opportunities to practice with me on my website, NicoleTurnerYoga.com. Check out my schedule, check out the events tab, and I hope to connect with you online or in person soon. Take care.